after the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, a date was not fixed for the calendar. And Muslims didn't bother with it until around the 4th year of Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab, the second Caliph of Islam. Around the 4th year of his rule, some of his generals communicated with him and requested that their communications be dated to give some means of determining what orders came before others, etc. A necessity arose. So Umar ibn al-Khattab gathered together those leading companions of the Prophet ﷺ, who he had required to stay in Medina and not go out with the Muslim forces as the Ummah spread, in order to be able to benefit from consulting with them. And he asked them, what date should we set? And when would we begin the year? Some suggested using the Roman calendar. It was already there. Others suggested the Persian calendar. Yet others suggested beginning from the birth of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After they discussed it, they concluded that they would begin from the Hijrah. That was the decisive point. There was no special significance in the birth of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so they left that. In fact, its exact date was not known anyway, so they left it. They went to what was the most significant event in the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam after the event of revelation itself. And they chose that the year would begin with the month of Al-Muharram. Now the months existed before, as I mentioned in the previous khutbah, but they hadn't established which would be the first month. That was not established. They fasted in Ramadan, they made Hajj in Dhul Hijjah, you know. These were established practices. But where would the calendar begin? What month would it begin? Now they didn't choose the month that the Prophet ﷺ made Hijrah in. So some people mistakenly think that Muharram, why Muharram was chosen, because that was the month in which Hijrah was made, but this is not the case. They chose Al-Muharram first and foremost because it was among the sacred months. Allah spoke about 4 of the sacred months. All the months were from Allah's decree, but 4 of them in particular, Allah declared them to be sacred months. They were Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, Al-Muharram, and Rajab. 3 together and 1 by itself. Also, they agreed on Al-Muharram because of the fact that it was the month which followed the Hajj. Hajj representing the 5th pillar, the last of the pillars of Islam, completed in Dhul Hijjah. Then the month following it seemed to them to be a good point to start the year. Also, it was the month following the pledge of allegiance to the Prophet ﷺ prior to the Hijrah. So they agreed on Al-Muharram to be the first month of the year, and 0 in the calendar became the Hijrah, year of the Hijrah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.